24. You tweet, don't you?
I'm not sure what the current terminology is for it, but yes, I am sometimes on the social platform that was formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, you're on a lot, aren't you?
I'm not sure what the relevance of that is.
You try to be provocative on there, don't you?
Again, I'm not sure what the relevance
Well,
of this question is.
let me show you the relevance. On November 7th, 2024, from your tweet, here's one of your tweets at 2:41 p.m. Quote, "The majority of Americans hate women. The majority of Americans hate women more than they love anything, including democracy." Close quote. Did I read that correctly?
I am not sure what this has to do with the subject matter of this.
Did you say it?
I do not have those words in front of me. I probably said something along those lines, but
Yeah,
what is
you
the
said it.
relevance of
Here
that
it
to
is,
this
big as
hearing?
Dallas, right there.
Senator John Kennedy just drew a line in the sand and exposed exactly what happens when ideological activism collides with constitutional accountability. What you're about to hear raises serious questions about credibility, objectivity, and the standards we expect from those shaping legal discourse in this country. Like and subscribe to stay informed with straightforward, principled coverage of the moments that matter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I apologize for having to miss the testimony of some of you, and I appreciate you coming today. Professor Franks, let me ask you, I listened to your and Ms. Hemingway's testimony and Professor Turley, so I got part of it. As I understand it, your position, Professor Franks, is that I think you used the word myth. It is a myth that the Biden administration used government to compel speech, private speech, but that the Trump administration is doing that. Is that a fair characterization?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Do you think perhaps you're allowing your personal political beliefs to affect your objectivity here?
No, I do not. What is guiding my answers here is that I'm looking to see what the Supreme Court has said. You notice that in the testimony about the censorship industrial complex.
I got that part.
No, I just
got
want
that
to
part.
clarify.
No, but I've only got 5 minutes. Your answer is no, as I appreciate it. Let me ask you a couple questions. You wrote a law review article in December of 2023 for the New York University Law Review, and it was about the two cases, Bruin, Supreme Court case, and Dobbs. Remember that article?
Yes, I do.
Okay. In this article, you said, I'm going to quote your words, "Taken together, these two cases demonstrate that the Supreme Court has embraced the use of the Constitution as a tool of racial patriarchy," end quote. Did you say that?
Yes.
Okay. And then you went on to say, quote, "When the Supreme Court declares that there is a constitutional right to armed self-defense in public, it openly embraces and promotes a culture that privileges white men's ability to terrorize and kill those that they perceive as threats," close quote. Did I read that correctly?
I believe so. Thank you for reading.
Okay. And did you also say in that article, I'm going to quote again, quote, "by simultaneously expanding white men's right to kill and constricting women's right not to die, this Supreme Court," referring to the current United States Supreme Court, "has turned the Constitution into a homicide pact as well," close quote. Did you write that?
That sounds like me.
Okay. In November of 2024, you tweet, don't you?
I'm not sure what the current terminology is for it, but yes, I am sometimes on the social platform that was formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, you're on a lot, aren't you?
I'm not sure what the relevance of that is.
You try to be provocative on there, don't you?
Again, I'm not sure what the relevance
Well,
of this question is.
let me show you the relevance. On November 7th, 2024, from your tweet, here's one of your tweets at 2:41 p.m. Quote, The majority of Americans hate women. The majority of Americans hate women more than they love anything, including democracy, close quote. Did I read that correctly?
I am not sure what this has to do with the subject matter of this
Did you
hearing.
say it?
I do not have those words in front of me. I probably said something along those lines, but
Yeah,
what is
you
the
said it.
relevance of
Here
that
it
to
is,
this
big as
hearing?
Dallas, right there.
Yes.
But your political beliefs don't impact your feelings about President Biden or President Trump.
I don't have feelings about either of them. What I have
Sounds
is
to me
doctrine.
like you have your favorite feeling is anger. Let me ask you this. You issued another tweet. This was in May of 2022. You've just been tweeting up a storm. You said, quote, "There's a reason why the conservative-dominated Supreme Court thinks the Constitution does not contain a right to an abortion, but is convinced that it contains an individual right to possess firearms. And that reason is white male supremacy," close quote. Did I read that correctly?
Is there a question in this?
Did I read that correctly? That's
Is there
my
a question that is relevant to this hearing?
Did I read that correctly? Do you really think that the United States Supreme Court, you're an officer of the court, is guided by white male supremacy?
I believe that the First Amendment prohibits the president
Did you
and other
say
state
that?
officials for punishing people for
Did
their
you honestly say that, Professor?
I
And you
believe
expect us,
that the First
as a
Amendment,
Democratic witness, to take you seriously? Are you kidding me?
I believe that you should take
You
the First
heard of
Amendment
curb your
seriously, sir.
enthusiasm? Here's my saying, curb my nausea.
I
Thank you.
believe that you should
The
take
time
the First
has
Amendment
expired. Thank
seriously.
you. Senator Durbin.
Before we get into it, hit like and subscribe so you never miss analysis on debates shaping our country. This one is intense, and it says a lot about where academia and politics collide. Senator John Kennedy went after a law professor who previously claimed the Supreme Court embraces racial patriarchy and white male supremacy. Now, those are serious accusations against the highest court in the nation, and Kennedy wasn't about to let them slide. Kennedy started by confirming the professor's claim that the Biden administration did not pressure private companies to censor speech, while the Trump administration supposedly did. She denied any political bias, saying her view was purely legal. He then shifted to her academic writings, quoting passages arguing the current Supreme Court encourages a culture of violence and has effectively turned the Constitution into what she called a homicide pact. Kennedy pressed her on whether a statement like that is compatible with being a serious constitutional scholar. Then came the social media posts. Tweets asserting that most Americans hate women and that Supreme Court rulings stem from white male supremacy. Kennedy asked her whether someone posting statements like that expects to be taken seriously as an objective legal mind. His tone was sharp and incredulous, and he argued such rhetoric undermines public trust. The professor pushed back, insisting her comments do not affect her legal reasoning, but the clash made clear how wide the divide is between legal academia and more traditional constitutional interpretations. What's at stake here isn't just tone, it's the question of ideological neutrality in institutions that are supposed to operate above partisanship. When scholars frame constitutional law through sweeping cultural accusations, it raises legitimate questions about objectivity. Kennedy's frustration reflected a broader public concern. Are constitutional debates being replaced with ideological battles rather than legal reasoning? Whether viewers agree with Kennedy or not, the moment underscores why transparency and accountability in public scholarship matter. People deserve confidence that legal arguments are grounded in law, not activism. That's not about silencing anyone. It's about ensuring institutions operate with credibility and respect for the Constitution. If you want breakdowns of hearings, constitutional debates, and political dynamics without spin, make sure to subscribe. We'll continue bringing clarity to moments shaping the national conversation.